and welcome guys to another video of Maidan and FPL. So in this video we'll be talking about the top 5 captaincy picks for game week 11. This is a very important pick, especially this game week, because many of us are having to play with 10 or 9 players because Aston Villa and Newcastle match is being postponed. So it's very important that you get this captaincy bang on so that you can maximize your chances, not to be lagging far behind and get a decent amount of game week points in game week 11. So without further wasting any time, let's jump straight into the video. We'll be talking about the top 5 captaincy picks. So here are the top 5 captaincy picks for game week 11. If you like this content, do subscribe to our channel because we will be making this lots of FPL related contents throughout the season, and I am sure that you would enjoy it. And let's finally jump into the content and look at the top 5 captaincy options for this game week. At number 5, it's the man from Algeria, that is Riyad Mahrez. He is the captaincy pick at number 5. He's fresh from his hat-trick against Burnley in the last game week. And Riyad Mahrez is a player who is ideal to play against those low block teams like Burnley and Fulham, because against the low block teams Riyad Mahrez don't have to cope up with those speedy wingbacks or wingers that typical top 6 side would have. Fulham would be defending throughout the match for most of the time, and Riyad Mahrez is a slippery customer, and with his tricks would be able to dodge a few defenders before slotting a goal past the goalkeeper. In the previous game week against Burnley, he scored 21 points, scored 3 goals. He had 5 shots with 6 big chances created, and also he had 6 key passes. He had an XG of 1.8 and an expected assist of 1.6. He started in the last 7 of the 8 Premier League matches except the Liverpool game, and Pep has said in his post-match press conference that he would be preferring the players who is scoring a lot of goals, and Riyad Mahrez has come up with a hat-trick, and I'm sure that he would be featuring in the match against Fulham. And he is currently at a bandwagon alert, currently won by just less than 10% of the FPL managers, but I don't think he would be heavily captained this game week. So here's a chance for you to grab on those differential captain pick, and Riyad Mahrez can be just that. In the Premier League this season, he already has 4 goals and 1 assist with a total point of 45 and 18 key passes and 19 chances created. He's 7th in the shots on target per 90 minutes. But you have to keep in mind that Fulham is no longer a pushover. They were defensively very bad in the initial part of the season, but as the season progresses, they made a few signings in the defensive lineup and are defensively quite decent now. With conceding just 5 goals in the last 4 game weeks, they are ranked 16th in the expected goal against tally. It is higher than Liverpool in this tally. So they are not a pushover anymore. And Riyad Mahrez can be a bit inconsistent, but Riyad Mahrez is always known for his explosiveness. He has a very high ceiling. Whenever he scores, he either scores a brace or a hat-trick, as he has shown in the previous match. The question is that whether he turns in the match against Fulham, but I think he's in a great form. He was rested in the Champions League match in the midweek which City played, and so he would be ready to play and itching to keep that first 11 place in the City lineup. So I think Riyad Mahrez can be a decent captaincy option, a differential captain, and if he gets a big haul, FPL managers would be greatly benefited from it. So I think Riyad Mahrez would be the 5th choice in my captaincy list. The 4th choice in this captaincy video would be the Egyptian king Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah would be playing at home against Wolves. He played 90 minutes in the Champions League match against Ajax in the midweek which Liverpool played. Liverpool won that match by 1 goal to 0, but Salah didn't have much to contribute in that match. And he is still looking a bit rusty after recovering from the COVID-19. It is quite evident that he missed quite a few training sessions with Klopp, and that is being reflected in the matches he is playing right now. But it is Salah, you know, he has a multiple sources of points, be it penalty, be it free kicks, be it on-field goal, and I think Salah would always be dangerous at home. He came off in the 64th minute against Brighton in the last game week. He was quite upset with Klopp. That is a sign that you would need from an FPL player. Always eager to score a goal. He had an assist which Jota scored. He easily could have a goal which was denied due to VAR. He created 2 chances and had a key pass. And in the Premier League this season, although Salah is not as explosive as we were used to watch him in the initial seasons, but still he is sticking along with 73 points. He already has 8 goals and 2 assists to his name, with 22 key passes and 23 chances created. And looking at some of the stats among all the players in the Premier League, he is currently joint third in the number of goals, fourth in the expected goals, third in expected goals per 90, fourth in key passes, and fifth in passes into the penalty area. So he is always dangerous, and Liverpool is a side who is known for his attacking threat. Liverpool may miss some of the big names in their fast starting lineup, but that is not affecting Klopp as far as their attacking threat is concerned. And now Liverpool would be facing Wolves, who is always defensively very solid, but as we have seen in the previous 2 matches, Nuno has started playing with a back 4, and so we can assume that Wolves would try to team than they were used to before. So that may leave some gaps in the Wolves defense, and Salah can definitely capitalize on those gaps. Although the record for Salah against Wolves is not too great, because he scored only once against Wolves in the Premier League so far, but Salah is always dangerous at home, and Salah is a fixture-proof man. You don't need to worry about Salah whether to captain him against a tougher position, because Salah always comes up with a way to score those points. So I think Salah would continue to be a good option, the 4th in the captaincy choices for this game week. The 3rd choice for this week's captaincy is of course Bruno Fernandes for Manchester United. He will be playing at an away game, which is always a great sign for Bruno Fernandes owners, against West Ham United. He already had a double-digit haul against Southampton in previous game week, scoring a goal and assisting 1 goal for Cavani, and that is the 4th double-digit haul in as many matches he played away from home. His record away from home is always fantastic. He's averaging 12.5 points per game in the matches he play away from home. He had 10 points in the match against Southampton with 6 shots and 1 key pass. He is looking more and more dangerous as the Premier League season is past. He can be seen more in the penalty box area with Cavani in the team right now. So there is always a high chance of scoring than assisting for Bruno Fernandes, which was previously the case. He played 90 minutes in the Champions League match against PSG in the midweek. In the Premier League this season, he already has 74 points with 7 goals and 4 assists, with 27 key passes and 30 chances created. Looking at some of the stats, he is currently 5th in the expected assist per 90 tally, first in the passes into penalty area, and 2nd in key passes. And also Manchester United team is looking much more threatening attackingly in the last 4 game weeks. They created the maximum number of big chances as far as all the teams in the Premier League is concerned. So that is a clear sign that Manchester United is blazing on all guns as far as the attacking threat is concerned. But West Ham United is a team which much more organized under the coaching of David Moyes. They are defensively much more solid, conceding just 3 goals in the last 4 game weeks. That is a sign, that is a worrying sign for the Bruno Fernandes owners, because West Ham United are no pushovers this season, especially under David Moyes. But Bruno Fernandes is in the form of his life. He always finds a way to score points, be it from penalties. He shoots from outside the penalty box. Also, he scores goals. So there are high chances that he would again return a big haul, perhaps a double-digit haul, as all the Bruno captainers would be hoping for. So Bruno Fernandes would also be in the top 3, the 3rd choice in the captaincy list, in my opinion. So the 2nd choice in this captaincy video for the game week 11 would be Jamie Vardy from Leicester City. Jamie Vardy is playing against Sheffield United away from home. He was the most captained player in the previous game week, but hugely disappointed all his owners because he returned only 5 points with a single assist against his name, playing against a deceptively good Fulham side who is a much improved unit. But in the game week 10 against Fulham, he had 2 shots on goal, he created 2 chances and also had one key pass. And one of the main disadvantage of making Vardy the captain is that he is highly reliant on penalties. He scored 5 goals on penalties, so that is always a worry, because many of us won't think that Leicester would continue to get those penalties as the season progresses, but still he is top on the expected goals list. So at the end of the match, you would want your player to get those FPL points regardless of the source. So Jamie Vardy is doing just that. In the Premier League this season, he already has 66 points with 8 goals and 3 assists in his name, with 7 key passes and 9 chances created. And he would be playing against the Sheffield United side, who are defensively very bad, average defense and average goalie. In the previous season, they used to have Dean Henderson, who made brilliant saves to make the Sheffield United defense look good. But in this season, there is a clear difference in quality between Ramsdale and Henderson, and the stats are clear from that. So Sheffield United is a team who is very poor defensively. They are third in the expected goal against tally, and Jamie Vardy is a player who typically loves to play in these away matches because his main USP is to run behind this defensive line. And Jamie Vardy has returned in all the away matches he played this season except for Liverpool, so he's typically good in away matches. And looking at some of the stats, he is currently third in the highest goal scorer tally, fourth in the shots on target, and first in non-penalty XG per shot. So a lot of the FPL managers may still be hesitant to put the armband on Vardy because of his dismal performance against Fulham, but I think this is a particularly great fixture for Jamie Vardy. He likes those fixtures. He is a Sheffield Wednesday fan and he likes to score those away goals. So I think Jamie Vardy is up for a big haul, and I would personally be very tempted to put the armband on Vardy on a week. Many of the FPL managers won't be tempted to do so. So that can be a great differential pick, and I think Jamie Vardy would be the second option in the captaincy list for game week 11. I don't think many of us have any doubt about the top captaincy pick this game week. It's of course Kevin De Bruyne, who would be playing against Fulham at Etihad. Kevin De Bruyne returned with a double-digit haul in the last game week against Burnley with 2 assists against his name. He could easily have a 20-pointer. Unfortunately, the shot at the last minute hit the post, and it was a near miss for the Kevin De Bruyne captainers like me to convert those 10 points into a perhaps 20-point haul. So in the game week 10 against Burnley, he had 10 points with 5 chances created. He had 3 shots, gave 3 key passes. Manchester City is beginning to look much similar to the old Manchester City that we were used to expect from a Pep's team. They are attackingly very good, and they are still preferring the defensive solidity, then they are going for attack. But against Fulham side, I think that won't be an issue. He was rested in the Champions League match in the midweek, and I think Kevin De Bruyne is the most nailed player in that Pep team. If one player you would like to predict would be in the starting 11, it would be definitely Kevin De Bruyne. So he is a safe option, a reliant option with a wide gamut of point sources, be it from free kicks, penalty kicks, assists, goals. He has all in his game. And in the Premier League this season, he already has 1 goal and 5 assists to his name with 39 points. He has an expected goal of 3.1 and expected assist of 2.9. He already had 26 key passes with 31 chances created. And Kevin De Bruyne supplied with the most number of assists in the last 4 game weeks. So he is coming on his own gradually in this season, and he's picked up an average of 5.3 points per game in the previous 4 game weeks. Also, as I've already mentioned before about Fulham defense, they are no longer a pushover. They allowed just 5 big chances in the last 4 game weeks, so that is quite a lot of improvement after their dismal performance defensively in the initial parts of the season. And they have a revamped defense now. But still, Manchester City has enough quality in them to score big in this match, and Kevin De Bruyne would be the central cog in that Manchester City attacking lineup. So Kevin De Bruyne would always be a great choice, a safe choice, and perhaps the first choice for this game week. So I would be definitely going for Kevin De Bruyne for this game week, the first choice of captaincy for game week 11. So I hope that you like the video. A very important decision is needed to be made by the managers this game week, and I think that this video would help you a lot in making the decision who would be the captain for this week. Do give your opinions about your captaincy choices. I would like to hear them. Also subscribe to my channel because it takes a lot of hard work to crunch those numbers and also to edit the video. So that would be quite helpful and encouraging. I hope that you are all doing well. Have a wonderful game week. So hope to catch you on another video.